Hi, Bulldogs. It's Friday, April 8th, and I am not there, but I do expect you to be on your absolute best behavior. No throwing things. Sit in your assigned seat. Keep your phones put away, either in my cabinet or in your backpack. You do not need them. I need you practicing counting atoms because you are all going to take a quiz on this Monday. So here's what you're going to do. When you come into class on Friday, there will be a black folder in Schoology that is published at that point that says Friday, April 8th. You're going to just follow through the numbered steps in that folder. There will be a do now that will be in the place it always is over here for April 8th over here. So the first thing in the folder is the do now. Do that first. The next thing will be a link to this recording. Your teacher will either play it on the IFP, you can all see it, or you can watch it on your own in this folder. The next thing you're going to do is a Fruit Loops molecules activity that has a worksheet with it. You don't get to just build a molecule with Fruit Loops and then eat it. You do that. But you're going to do that, draw it, write something about it, and then answer a bunch of practice questions after that. Okay? So we're going to start here in the daily slideshow, and you'll know what to do when you finish that Fruit Loops worksheet afterwards. Okay? So here's our do now. First one is ecology review. Plants that live on the floors of densely populated forests must compete for sunlight. Which type of plants are most likely found, which type of leaves are most likely found on plants that are best suited to living on the floor of a dense forest? So think about what's happening in a forest. It's dense. There's sunlight up above, but it's dense. That means things are squished together. Okay. Is it F, leaves that are needle-shaped? G, leaves that are the smallest? H, leaves that store the greatest amount of water? Or J, leaves with the greatest amount of surface area? Surface area means lots of space on it. Okay. Question 2 says, yesterday or Wednesday in lab, what evidence did your group have that could either support or deny the following statement? Here's the statement. In a chemical reaction, nothing is created or destroyed, only rearranged. So think about the mass you started with, the mass you ended with. Does that support or deny this statement right here? Our learning target is I will practice counting atoms of elements in chemical formulas. This is what we've been doing pretty much all week. So you have to determine the number of molecules in a chemical formula, identify the coefficient and subscript in a formula, and you know what it means. You can count the number of atoms of each element, and then you can complete unfinished assignments or an extension. So just to review, your coefficient is the big number in front of the formula. It is distributed, meaning multiplied, across all the elements that follow it in that formula. So this 3 gets distributed to the H's and the O's. Subscripts only apply to the element that it follows. So this 2 belongs to the H, nobody else. Let's talk about parentheses. This is slide 13 in your digital notebook. Most of you did not do this yet, okay? So when you use parentheses in a chemical formula, you have to distribute what is outside the parentheses to everything in the parentheses, right? So this 2 has to go to the O, and it has to go to the P. I need you to type in your digital notebook an answer to that question. When there are parentheses, what do? It's basically written out for you on this slide. You have inside and outside, inside and outside. Okay. All right, Fruit Loops molecules. This is probably what you've been waiting for. You should have gotten a little baggie when you came into class with some Fruit Loops in it. You must make 3 different molecules out of your Fruit Loops. Then get signed off by your teacher. Just ask the sub to come initial your paper. This is what you're going to do. Choose a color to represent each element in the formula. Then you're going to gather the correct number of Fruit Loops of that color. So let's say we're going to do that. Here, I'll write one on here. Let's say we're going to do this 3H2O. You can laugh at how bad I'm writing with a mouse. Okay, so if I'm going to make 3 H2O, then I need a color for H's and a color for O's. 2 colors. Because of this 3 in front, I'm going to need 3 times 2 H's. So if I do red for H's, I need 6 H's. Then I need 3 O's. Let's say I do blue for O's. Okay, then I'm going to try to arrange my little molecules on my paper and draw them onto your worksheet. Okay. Okay. Arrange them in groups on your paper towel or your paper. Raise your hand to show the teacher if the teacher is going to check you off. If not, you just need to draw them on your paper. When you're done with your Fruit Loops molecules, you are going to work on, can I move this? I want to move it. There we go. Then you're going to work on the practice problems on this worksheet, okay? You may work with one partner. You are not getting in a group of 20. One partner, okay? The partner at your table. So you are just going to use all of your knowledge about how to count atoms to complete this worksheet. Let's do at least one together. So I have H2SO4, hydrogen phosphate, I think. Okay, so I do not have a coefficient in front of this. So I don't have anything that needs to be multiplied by everything. So I'm just going to write in my subscripts. I have 2 H's. I have how many S's? 1. And I have 4 O's. Okay, so I know how many of each atom I have. And I need to write the total over here. 2 plus 1 is 3, plus 4 more is 7. Okay, let's actually skip down to this one, the 3C2H4O2, because we do have a coefficient here. I want to make sure that you know what to do with that. Okay, we're going to distribute the 3 out into each element. Okay, so I'm going to write my 3 next to all of my elements that I have. I have C, H, and O. So I need a 3 here, a 3 here, and a 3 here. It is going to have to be multiplied by the subscript. Remember, big number times little number, big number times little number, big number times little number. So I'm going to do 3 times, what's my little number here? 2. 3 times my little number over here for H's, 4. And 3 times my little number for O, which is a 2. So I've got 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 4 is 12. And 3 times 2 is 6. Okay, so I have my number of carbon, my number of hydrogen, my number of oxygen. I need to add those together to get my total. 6 plus 12 is 18. Plus 6 more is 24. Okay, I think that made sense. If you need help with the one with parentheses, you can help each other in class. I am quite confident that there are some of you in every class period who know what to do with parentheses. When you are finished with your post-Fruit Loops worksheet, front side and back side, go get your lab paper out of the pass-in tray from yesterday. Anything that you did not finish, I need you to finish it now. Lots of you have to do that very back of the last sheet, the graph and the conclusion. Some of you did a conclusion, but you didn't figure out the graph yet. That's okay. I still want you to try to figure out the graph. Next, check your grades in Schoology for anything that could be missing or failed, or maybe you need to redo something. Next, if you still have time, go to Flocabulary. The link is in the black folder, and it's also where it's always been at the bottom of your Schoology page. Do the assignment that's in there, physical and chemical changes. If you still have time, there are 2 extension worksheets that are live worksheets that tell you if you got the answer right away when you're in there. okay? I want you to do one or both of those. Take a quick snapshot, a screenshot, and send me the screenshot when you're done, okay? That's it. That's what we're doing today. Okay? I don't think I forgot anything. Follow the instructions and the links and the live worksheets. Nope. Okay? Remember that if you never took the retake for the Unit 7 DCA and you have like a 20, you should probably do that retake. There's a video in there that mandates that you watch it before you can take the retake. There is a password in it. It's between 5 and 6 minutes, okay? So go find the password, type it in, and do the retake. All right? Love y'all. I hope you're doing good. Have a fantastic weekend, and I will see you next week.